All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Me and Them Podcast, episode 60 in the mix. G. My name is Savoy.
I'm Ren.
And I'm Taryn.
Ooh, yeah.
I giggled
Are
to
you
myself.
Are you the macho man?
Yeah, dig it.
You giggle
Oh,
to yourself?
yeah. Yeah, because you always got something to say.
I always got something
Yeah,
different.
and I was waiting for it.
That's
My
what I-
mom's trying to catch up on her episodes, but while she does, when she gets to this one, she's going to be like, this guy.
Oh.
'Cause every time you do that, she's like, where does he come up with this stuff? And I'm like, Mom, I don't know.
I wish I knew. I wish
just
I could
does.
tell you. Yeah, I just whatever it sounds like it rhymes or feels good in my soul, that's what I come up with. It's gotta feel good in your heart.
It's got it in your heart of hearts.
In your heart. That sound like you coughing up
You
something.
gotta-
Heart.
Feel it deep in your loins.
So what happened last week? Anything new, exciting?
Exciting and
And
new.
new.
Come aboard. Oh no, sorry.
What?
The Love Boat.
Yes, okay, that's enough.
Me and Red showing our age.
A 3-hour tour.
Oh my god! And he just remixed it with Gilligan's Island. It's lit.
Yes, but no.
Not much happened. I don't. It's not to us specifically, right?
Nah.
No.
Yeah, nothing happened.
What about?
Ray went to the Dodgers game.
Yeah, shit was heat. Got the Filipino Heritage Night. Got the jersey. Holla. Good game. Very good game. Dodgers won.
and they
Hallelujah.
won. That put him in a.
Thank God, because
I
if
know.
they lost, he was going to be
I would've
banned
been
from
hella
Dodgers games.
mad.
And I was
dude.
like, if you,
Oh
Ray,
my
if they had
God.
lost and you went out, it'd be like, you can never go back.
I can never go back.
You can
No.
Did
never
you
go
know
back.
that until I went to the game that night?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, no.
Yeah.
When we went to the game for our anniversary, I had never been to a winning Dodgers game. But I
my
didn't
God.
tell him
So
that
far-
because he would have told me to
I'd
sit
have
my
been like,
So
Oh,
far,
I'd
so
have
far,
been- oh my God.
so far, been 2-0. We went to Korean night. They won.
Oh, okay.
Beat the, they beat the Padres 5-0 or 5 something.
Well, when I was younger, I used to go all the time because my grandma's best friend had season tickets.
Oh, nice.
And so,
But they weren't no good then, so that didn't
no. So you can, but now you see why I was always at a
Oh,
losing
yeah,
Dodgers
you didn't
game.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I was just going because
It-
I was a
it's
child
crazy
and I
to see
wanted all
the-
goods.
Yeah.
Welcome to your 2020 World Cup. I was like, oh yeah, they won last year
Yeah.
during the pandemic.
Yeah, man. Need the parade though. for
See,
this year.
and then this guy's over here posting on Facebook, we're going to keep that championship here. He didn't even remember that they won.
Yeah,
Sir.
they reminded me with all the banners and shit.
Oh my fucking God. Okay, that's enough.
Well, you know, the pitching was great. No one fucked up. Remember with old boy? You told me like the guy was just giving away runs
Oh my god.
or just not catching the ball, whatever baseman he was, first or second base. Somebody was fucking up. Remember?
Oh, shit, it was Trey Turner.
Yeah.
As good as he is, man.
He's fucking flash. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. He don't run trash, though, but he's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fast as
But, like,
fast
yeah.
as-
You would never
There
tell
was
by
no-
looking at him stereotypically.
No
You're
errors.
like, that fool's not
No
fast.
errors. Everyone did what they did.
Yeah.
You know.
That
Oh, I
dude
saw
got
I saw
lightning in the feet.
I saw Mookie Betts home run. That was cool. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
On
Mookie.
Oh.
Yeah, Mookie hit one.
Mookie hit one. I was like, yeah.
They were
And then-
down
and
2-0.
Oh,
He
and then
hit a
wasn't
home
the
run.
next night his bobblehead night where he hit a home run?
He hit one on the bobblehead
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
That
on
was
the
sick
ball.
too
Yeah.
because what's his name? Muncie hit one when we were there on his bobblehead night, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
nice.
that's cool.
Yep.
There was no bobblehead night. It was just hair. I was like, yeah, I see a Mookie Betts home run. Sweet.
Yeah.
No, all of a sudden, Michelle's like, I want his jersey. All of a
She
sudden.
didn't get one while she was there?
Nah.
I
no,
figured
she
she
doesn't
didn't.
want a jersey. She wants like the shirt.
Did they
does
have
V.
Did they have a shirt like that?
No. She got this.
Oh,
no, I'm talking
okay,
about she wants a Mookie Betts jersey because she's like,
Oh.
Like
Well,
she saw the-
I will tell you this: as
Okay,
soon as I
gotcha.
figure out what the A's are doing with their lives, if they don't do what, don't you say it. If they
Come
don't,
aboard.
That's what's
We're
gonna happen.
expecting you.
that's what's gonna happen.
What are you
And
gonna
then he's gonna have to hand over a jersey,
That's
or
all-
there's no deal.
That's fine. I got.
I
Whoa,
know
whoa,
that's
what's going
why,
on?
or there's no deal.
I kept telling her.
He has
'Cause
he has
they-
two Mookie Betts jerseys.
Yeah, so the
nice.
Oakland Athletics
Mhm.
are contemplating moving to Las Vegas.
Because they shared a stadium with the Raiders.
Raiders.
might as well
They're
keep
not
it.
going to share the stadium with the Raiders
Might
in
as well
Vegas,
keep it going.
but Vegas doesn't have a baseball team. So
Well, they have a minor league team, and that
Yeah.
stadium is supposed to be really nice.
right. So if they go over there and they mix their minor league team with their major league team, the minor league team can just be their AAA, is what I'm assuming,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and then they can just go on from there. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, the reality of the situation, and that's 90% probably going to happen.
Mhm.
And frankly, I don't want to be a fan of a Las Vegas team because one, I hate the Raiders. Two, I
What?
absolutely hate the Golden Knights
What?
because I am a lifetime Kings fan.
There you
And
go.
three, I mean, I don't need to be going to Vegas all the time. Let's be real
She
here.
be like,
That-
oh, we
that-
can go to see the A's and A's and the
Exact-
Dodgers.
That
Exactly.
that and 4, Allegiant Stadium sucks.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't be playing at Allegiant Stadium, so
No, I'm
I
just
wouldn't have to
saying.
worry
I'm
about
just
that.
saying.
But yes, it
I'm
does
just
suck.
saying, it's
You are,
something-
you are absolutely correct, sir.
As a bonus tidbit.
If you didn't watch the last episode or listen to the last podcast, it's a reference to the last one.
Yeah.
You can go back and watch that because
Yeah, watch episode.
I go off
59.
on that
Episode
one.
59.
Summertime.
Ooh, summertime. Anyway,
But yeah,
Summertime.
so here we are. Karen
stadium
probably
slightly
going back to be
trash
a
as
Dodger
hell.
fan.
So yeah, so if they move to
Car
Vegas,
machine never works.
so if they move to Vegas, I told her there's plenty of room. Come on aboard. We're expecting you. So she'll become a Dodgers fan. I got 2 Mookie Betts jerseys. Actually, I got 3. So
I'm,
I can give you one.
I'm gonna get one from Michelle, and I'm gonna
If
probably
they
give me
keep
one.
Trey Turner, I will for sure be a Dodgers fan.
Well, he'll be there next season
Yeah.
too.
Trey Turner's gonna be.
I
He
like
signed.
him.
He signed.
Yeah, he did.
It's Corey Seager. We have to figure
Yeah,
if
Seager's
he's
the
going
one.
to sign because he's a free
Yeah.
agent after this, and that's why they got Trey Turner. So if he leaves, at least they can move him to his natural position, which is shortstop anyway.
Trey Turner's natural position shortstop.
Yeah,
No worries, trying to play all the positions. When
right.
he's at fucking second base.
He just does this.
Because that's what a shortstop does.
He just does
Yeah.
shortstop, second base. I'm first base. I'm right center
I'm like,
field.
sir, what are you doing? You're over there.
I'm the coach giving you what
Yeah.
to do.
He's just so damn fast. It's like it's a foul ball down the first base. Like here comes Trey Turner. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
Oh, he already got the ball. I don't have to call anything.
that young whippersnapper.
Fly ball left field. It's Trey Turner. It's just a whole left fielder there. But that's what he does because he's so fucking fast.
Oh my god, why would you?
So,
But yeah,
n-
so that's that.
None of us, Shang-Chi is out. None of us seen it yet, which we will.
No,
No, but what we did see, which Ray's bitch ass didn't see, 'cause you
No.
won't see it,
Oh,
He-
Candyman?
he-
is Candyman.
as good as Candyman was, I don't think it was scary. It was like
Is it suspense?
It's
Because I'm
suspense.
all about that. I'll watch.
It's
If it's like a-
it's a little mix of everything, but
Yeah.
there's no, like, I didn't really jump, to be
Yeah.
honest.
If it's more like a thriller, I'll watch a thriller all
Yeah,
day.
you would probably watch it.
Okay.
And you don't mind gore.
No, I love
So-
gore.
yeah,
You- you'd be
it
fine.
wasn't a bunch of gore. There was a couple of scenes
Yeah.
where it was like, oh, it's like throwing it, just like open
Oh, nice.
and like
all
grabbing
about
the
that.
Achilles
And he
heel,
like
and
pulls
you're
out
like,
his
oh.
fucking finger.
Oh,
Oh.
okay,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
all right, well,
And so, but
I'm gonna go
There's
see
no
it.
like super jump scares. There's nothing.
Cool.
There's no like.
I'ma
There's
check
no
it.
clowns or like scary shit.
I wouldn't
in there.
expect
it's
clowns in
literally
Candyman,
just
but
Candyman.
anyway.
Like I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah,
Like
but
I know
yeah.
all
I
the
got
shit you don't like. So,
Right.
Yeah.
but,
But,
yeah,
uh,
I think you should watch it because I don't. I really don't. I think you'd be fine.
and
yeah, I
then-
think he'd be all right.
yeah,
You like
I'll check it out. I might because Michelle wants to see it, so I might go. But then Michelle was just talking about like there was a movie with The Rock and.
Oh,
and-
Red
Red
Notice.
I
Notice.
didn't
It's
even
not out
know.
yet, but yeah, it's Red
No,
Notice.
I saw the.
It's coming on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the actual movie.
No, it's out somewhere, but it is
No,
a movie,
because the
but it's not.
trailer is out. I saw it on IG
yeah.
called Red Notice and Gal Gadot's in it too. I'm like,
and
whoa.
so is Ryan
And
Reynolds.
so is
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, little star power in this
Yep.
bitch.
Yeah.
So it's
I
supposed to
was
be
like,
really
no,
good.
because she mentioned. I'm like, what
Where's-
movie with The
where's-
Rock and Ryan
Where's
Reynolds?
this guy find the time to do these movies, man?
he doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Man,
I love
He
that-
spends time with his family. He
He
does
works
movies.
out and does movies.
And then he
Shit.
has, I
He
mean,
works out 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
whatever people, however he started his team with his manager and the people that work for him,
$7 production.
I am telling you, those have got to be some of the hardest fucking working people.
Animated,
the world.
animated tequila. Shit.
And I'm guaranteeing that they are fucking well paid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
I-
haven't heard
I can't
shit
imagine.
about his company.
Yeah, no,
No.
one's like, The Rock is a terrible business person. He doesn't pay us.
Nah,
and
no
that."
way.
Yeah, no.
The guy that pulls
That-
up next to fucking Star Tours buses and
Uh-huh.
shit when they pass
Hey,
by his
everybody's
house,
seen The
no
Rock.
way.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me he was an asshole if you tried. I would not
Yeah.
believe you for
Then he
two-
go- and then
for
he go-
in even a split second.
Yeah.
Then he went on our little girls wanted to like meet him, so she surprised her doing the
Oh,
announcement.
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I bought for my movie, I bought
Oh,
your
yeah,
whole
that shit
class
was
ticket.
funny.
I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh snap! But yeah,
Yeah, that was
So-
really cool.
that movie's gonna be good. But
Yeah.
Candyman,
Red Notice, yeah, I'll see it.
it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I'll see it.
Did you read about that stuff where people were saying that it's not the original Candyman or there's nobody else that's gonna be like Candyman and shit
Yeah.
like that? I don't I think the reason I don't have a perspective on that is because I don't remember the old one.
old-
I don't
Candyman.
I don't remember the original Candyman. I know like the lore about him. Like if you say his name 3 times, he comes. He's
It's
Yeah,
fine,
he's
but
covered
that's
with
fine.
bees and
5
all that.
times in the
yeah,
mirror.
5 times in the mirror. Yeah.
It's he's
That
covered
shit in the girls'
bees.
bathroom
Yeah.
of that high school was nuts.
Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah. And the original person who played Candyman, he makes an appearance in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You see him at the end.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
saw
talking to my
I saw a
coworker
few
about it.
spoilers. Someone as a thumbnail. I was like, "Oh, that's the original." I know, like, "Oh, that's the original." Oh, that's cool. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I might have to go check it out."
Yeah, so.
Yeah,
I mean, or whenever it comes out or whatever,
Yeah.
is, you know.
I'm not sure because I've seen I didn't see the second one. I saw the first one.
I didn't know that there was multiple Candyman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, a lot of
It's-
people said the second one wasn't that great.
It's from the early 90s. It's like
Yeah.
92
Yeah, I know. It was but like
or 93 is the first one.
I remember the
something like that.
original. I don't remember the second
Yeah.
one.
So-
Which would make me like 7 years old. No wonder I don't remember it at all
So-
because I probably never saw it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I believe because if you notice in the one that we saw, I mean spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it. I mean
Yeah,
it's a
but-
spoiler alert, but it's not
Too
like-
fucking bad. It's too late.
like you notice he doesn't kill anybody black in the movie. Everybody that dies is white.
Yes.
And
First of all, racist. No,
so I mean it goes along
but it's
Well-
funny. But it's
it
funny.
goes along with the story, but it doesn't. But I believe the original one is because
Who portrayed the
that,
first Candyman?
that story that they told in the beginning when the guy was talking about like how went all the way back to the first one
Uh-huh.
and he had the affair and all that, and so
I need to
obviously
read
all
up on the.
white people because he's a former slave and all that.
Uh,
So it's like
Mm.
the revenge on all those people. So it's
So it,
Well,
okay.
I mean,
So,
so
yeah.
from that aspect, I totally get it. The other thing is I don't think that people who are not privy or don't really see the reality of the racism and discrimination and all the stuff that we're fighting for Black Lives Matters and minorities and stuff like that right now
Mhm.
will understand some of the scenes and the lines and the stuff in that movie. They'll just think that
Yeah, the
this black
undertones and all that.
director is trying to say what he can because he's making films now. And
yeah, that, but
Right.
I
he,
think
he,
that would.
he
I
said,
mean, I haven't seen anybody say anything, but
But he said a lot
better
in.
fucking
He
not.
said
I
a
will
lot in
come
Get
for you.
Out too. You know what I mean?
they what?
He said a lot in Get Out.
Well, that was the whole premise
yeah.
of that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. But if you watched Us, right?
Yeah, I saw with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Us was-
So,
woohoo.
you'd be fine. Yeah, you'd be
We're
fine.
Americans. Oh God.
That shit was nuts. I
love-
think I
because
was more
with y'all.
freaked out
The minute-
than Ray was.
Yeah,
when
the
it
minute
came to that
the
movie.
four was
That
standing.
movie fucking freaks
I love
me
how
out. That
everyone-
little boy and shit. That kid is a badass actor.
I love how
will say that.
everyone jumped when the four were in the driveway and then they split. Everyone.
Oh.
Dude, that shit was nuts.
Dude, I was like, what?
Yeah, there's none of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
not like that.
No,
Yeah.
because they did a violin strike. Like, ring. I was like, oh shit.
You know what? I didn't hear that fucking Destiny's Child remix.
They did not do
They-
that.
Oh,
That is
that
not
was
in
a
the
tease
movie.
only for the
Yeah,
trailer.
say
Yeah,
my
it was
name,
trash,
say
right?
my- Yeah, they never
wow.
played that.
Not even in the
his
background?
project as an artist
Not even in the background.
is called Say My Name.
Yeah.
Right.
His exhibit,
His exhibit.
Oh,
because
is it?
he's an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he starts it's like with an exhibit, and
Yeah.
the name of the exhibit is Say My Name.
Say my name.
Ooh.
And there's a mirror, and you open it, and he's got all his art pieces in there. But
And then he talks about the lore of.
That's why. That's why
Candyman.
I. That's why when I go to places like hotels and they have like a bunch of mirrors, I freak out a little bit.
why is there a shit ton of mirrors in a hotel room? Like the one we were in that the first one
Yeah.
with the Vegas, and
Yeah.
there's a mirror on the side, on each
Yeah.
side, and they're above the headboard, and there was on the ceiling. I'm like, okay, I get it. Maybe you want to do
There's
the
a
damn
super freak
thing
room.
and see it from all the
That-
angles, but like,
I believe that's why.
what I just said?
Yeah.
It's a super freak room.
Because even like,
Yeah.
I think, because I believe, aren't motels like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Like
The-
some
the
motels,
seedy
like,
ones.
have like all the mirrors and shit, so you
The
can
seedy
like,
ones.
it's got like, you know, like you see those old ass movies where it's like
Yeah.
mirrors everywhere.
Yeah,
and so you
70s
put
porn.
a coin, it's
Yeah.
like a vibrating bed.
Yeah,
like,
70s porn.
like,
Do they still have those?
I
And then they
doubt
went bam,
it.
bam, bam, bam.
Oh my god, that song's trash. Don't ever play
So
that.
it's like-
Bounce.
Sorry, she played again.
Don't you play it
You
again?
see dude come in with a 70s stash.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the Dexter Loomis
A
stash.
velour suit and shit.
Oh my god.
You need room
What is that, velvet?
You need room service.
But any hooser. What else? Anything else? Shang-Chi we haven't seen yet.
We will
Looking
eventually.
forward to that. Hopefully,
Episode 4 of What If was fucking a
That was
heartbreaker.
nuts. That was cool.
Love the visual effects.
It
It
was-
looks so good.
I get what you're saying about it being heartbreaking because,
Just to see her.
spoiler alert, if you haven't seen episode 4 of What If on Disney Plus.
What if
it's
Dr. Shane
Marvel.
didn't lose his hand, but he lost his heart?
His heart being Christine.
Christine Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
That was the title of the thing.
Yeah.
If he didn't lose his hand.
Yeah. What if he lost his? What if he didn't lose his hands? Lost his
Lost
heart.
heart, yeah.
That was a long ass title, but that's okay.
Worked
But
out.
he just
Okay.
kept seeing her die.
Yeah,
So
he kept trying to
It
chase
was,
her.
it's his own damn fault he kept seeing her die because he kept trying to bring her back to
kept-
life.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when she died, then he seeks out, the mystic arts, and then figures out that there's a way to bring her back, or he thinks he could bring her back. So he
And he
keeps going
cannot.
back in time to save her, and she still
He tries
ends up
multiple
dying.
ways,
He-
yeah.
And he
That
tries so many
shit-
different things.
I'm sorry, as heartbreaking as it was, some of that shit was funny. I was like, she still died?
Yeah, he didn't pick her up. She died.
Yeah.
He put her in the
Yeah.
driver's seat. She died. I was
Oh,
like,
they went to go have dinner. She got shot.
She got shot. It was like,
Jesus.
That shit was nuts.
and he couldn't
Something
understand.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
The
crazy.
ancient one was like, look, it's an absolute point. Like,
Yeah, it's a
she's
fixed
supposed to die. Like, you got to let it go.
That's the reason why he became Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. And he's like, but nah, I can fix this.
Yeah. Nah.
He did not fix it. He
Didn't-
made it a
No,
lot
but then,
worse.
but when Ancient One did fight him, she split him into two. That's like the good strains and then
Yeah.
Supreme. What? Strange
Supreme.
Yeah. But yeah, and he
so
just-
this was her fault, is what
So-
you're telling me.
And then
Well, it was and it wasn't. I mean,
I-
because she knew that he was going to keep doing it no matter what. So she's like, well, at least give him. If one's
Give
if
him a
he's
chance.
yeah, give him a chance to not be a crazy
Dick.
person. So yeah, she split him up so one side could live
Yeah.
a normal life and then the other one could obsess.
no, well,
over.
one could be obsessed,
Give
and
him
the
a
other one
chance to
was
not get cancer.
accept it. One accept
Right, that's
it,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
one to be able to move on and actually live their
But
life.
I like when he was conjuring all the first one, and he goes like, "Nope, I don't do bugs," but he took his cape.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit was funny.
I don't do
I was
bugs.
like, yep.
I don't do.
I like a
bugs.
cape, but I don't like bugs. I got no
I
bugs
took
on
the
me.
cape because I like it.
Thank you.
Yo, but did you see when the two cloaks were fighting each other, and then the good strains cloak got he? there
Oh,
was a-
when the cloaks
did you,
were fighting?
Did you hear
Yeah.
Did you hear the scream? The
Oh, when he
the
ripped
cloaks,
it?
Yeah, there was a little scream.
We were
of-
watching him fight. Yeah,
I was like,
I didn't hear the scream, but we saw him fight.
Yeah, it was a little scream at the
He's
end.
all, the cloaks are fighting. That was funny. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone thought it was the Watcher behind him when he was like looking at the light, but it was like evil strains. I was like, that shit caught me. I was like, whoa. I was like, 'cause it was quick. I was like, oh shit,
It's a weenie. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. You know, I was like so invested. And I was like, that's the Watcher. No, it's not.
He's like, I know
And then he
you're
asked
here.
the Watcher to help him.
I
Yeah.
Watcher was like, nah,
because he's like,
I can't, sir.
you won't learn.
Yeah.
So I can't
And then
I
he-
can't get
and
involved.
then-
That's
the
like
world
you.
collapsed
Don't crack
into
your head
his-
open. Can't take the ER. You won't learn.
Yeah, you won't
Shard,
learn anything.
shard prism, and I'm so
I
sorry.
was like, oh shit.
I was
So
like-
what happens in that prism? He just is there forever?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the universe?
Alone.
and-
It's just alone.
Alone,
She still
alone.
ended up dying.
Yeah, alone,
Lonely.
alone.
Because
I'm
the
so
world was dying around him.
Hello,
bringing her
darkness, my
back.
old friend.
Oh my god.
So he was.
They're
I
gonna
have
be like the songs you guys
nobody
sang in this episode is gonna
for
it's crazy.
my own.
We sang a Love Boat, a little bit of
It's
Billy
the
Guitar.
love boat.
So
Summertime,
excited and you. No, I don't know.
and
All
then
right,
also-
that's enough. I'm sorry I started this. What did I do?
It's T-Fat's fault. T-Fat.
Knock it off. No, sir.
She only feel that when she's intoxicated. when she's sober, she's
When
like,
she's
I'm
sober.
So
not
I
feeling
can be
that.
like, hey, bro.
roll. Didn't know, now you know.
I want to see B-Fab fight, though, for real.
She will.
She'll fight. What's the name?
Electra
Lopez?
Electra Lopez.
Is it Lopez?
Something like that.
Garcia?
Carmen Electra. I'm just kidding. Fake announcement, fake announcement. That's not real.
It's some stereotypical Latin
Here
last
in the
name.
field.
I'm sorry, but it is. It's
I-
Lopez
I
or
forgot how-
it's Garcia.
I was thinking how the Baywatch theme song goes. I don't know how it went.
I don't know the words. I just know that I can mumble it.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Oh my
I said,
god.
I'm ready. I'm on. No. No. That's something
I
else.
don't know what song that was.
That's
I don't know what
enough.
song that was.
I'm gonna look it up.
Singing Tevin Campbell. I'm ready. You
Why are we
never-
even thinking about Baywatch?
I don't know.
sir.
See,
I don't
he's
know.
very-
I don't know. Cause you said Carmen
Because
Electra.
you nasty.
Can you say
That's
Carmen
why.
Electra?
Oh, I did. Okay.
Anyway.
Moving right along.
All right, so
Are we gonna get into it?
yeah.
'Cause
So
it's gonna be
all
a
right. So
minute.
we wanted to start off lighthearted because the topic is gonna get kind of heavy.
Super heavy.
It's getting.
I'm about to
it's getting,
get
It's getting kind of
heated.
heavy. It's getting kind. Anyway, so before we do that, like we always do at this time,
I go for mine. I
There was a
got
bug
to
in mine.
shine. So throw your hands up in the sky. There was a bug in
so
There was a
if
bug
you
in my
guys have ever
shop.
seen the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel Air,
Thanksgiving
where
episode.
Uncle Phil, it's Thanksgiving. Uncle Phil and Will they end up in jail because he took them to that massage parlor and they got raided, and so it's Thanksgiving. It's like, eat up, boys.
Be here all night.
And Will Smith looks down at his food. And he's like, and he goes to Uncle Phil. And he's like, it's a bug in mine.
It's cream bug
He's
soup.
like, man, they at home eating mashed potatoes with gravy with little onions, and we in here with our cream of bug sandwich.
swimming in a sea of potato.
So, we get to get the shot set up, so we can take them with y'all right before we get into the topic. And I looked in there and I was like, Ray, there's a bug in yours.
Literally,
I was like, oh shit, there's what
there was
the
a bug in my food when I was at home eating too.
I'll tell you, man.
Shit.
It's The Exorcist.
It is. It's grind games.
Oh my god. Brokeback Carter.
I'm broke back red.
All right.
Kissed it. French kiss. All right,
I'm broke by
so wherever you are, take a shot, alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Enjoy yourself.
Just sip some real quick. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salutations. Universe. Oh yeah, it's multiverse now.
Libations.
Yeah. Get your vitamin C up. All right, y'all. So, in case you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock,
Dear God, I hope not.
but I'm sure you've seen this on social media because it's been a hot button issue since this happened. So in Texas, they recently passed an abortion law.
Wait, I want to make this correction.
Okay.
Did you know that it passed in May? And it went into effect on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So
I
when
just
all
found that out
when
earlier
all
today.
those other states passed those stricter abortion laws, like Alabama and Arkansas,
Texas was
Texas
like,
was-
take this.
Texas was in
and
there.
nobody knew.
And no, because all the other states have had theirs blocked by the Supreme Court.
Well, let me tell you, Texas was like, ha, take that.
Yeah. Apparently,
anyways.
how they wrote the law, they said it's going to be extremely hard to fight it in court to get it overturned. But so the abortion law, like she said, that I guess went into law in May, went into effect this past week
On Wednesday,
on Wednesday.
which was September 1st.
So September 1st is when it went into effect. And so it basically outlaws abortion past 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I'm reading it right now.
And did you know that you cannot hear a child's heartbeat until 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And most people don't even know they're pregnant until 8 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it
That's
says by the
fucking
time
insane.
Right.
by the time a pregnant woman misses her period, she's 4 weeks pregnant, as doctors usually define it. Under Texas law, then a woman would have about 2 weeks to recognize her condition, confirm the pregnancy with a test, make a decision how to manage the pregnancy, and
Fuck
obtain
you.
an abortion. Jesus
Right.
Christ.
Yeah.
Only.
So you're telling me I'm 7 weeks pregnant, I have to have a kid.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's
absurd.
That's nuts. I mean,
And if I'm found going across state lines and somebody rats me out, there's a $10,000 bounty on my head?
yeah, that's insane.
That's
Ugh.
fucking crazy. And the only person that the only exception is if the mother's life is in danger.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. I
Yeah,
just,
But
like
how
it-
do you know that the mother's life is in danger at 6
6 weeks,
Yeah.
nothing is, unless it's like
Unless
yeah,
it's 12 weeks and they're like, oh, something's wrong,
Yeah,
blah,
like
blah,
it's,
blah, blah, blah. We
what
have
is
to
that?
whatever.
Ectopic.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
This one was
That
does,
will explode
does the
your
law make
whole
exceptions for
Right.
pregnancies
reproductive organ.
resulting from rape or incest or to protect the life of the mother?
Doesn't matter.
It does not. Yeah,
It is not
the law
even
does not
relevant.
make any exception for rape or incest. Wow.
So,
Yeah, so
let's recap this real quick. So the penalty for me getting an abortion is higher than the penalty for the guy that would have raped me if, let's say, I got pregnant because of a rape.
right.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
So yeah, and
Texas,
so,
you crazy.
yeah, and it goes against the. So I guess there was a ruling in 1973 that the Supreme Court said that
Mhm.
you know that these kind of laws would be unconstitutional.
They are.
So,
It's Roe v. Wade if you don't know. But
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
No, those are one-
apparently Texas don't give a fuck about that,
Mm-hmm.
and it passed, and they can do all the stuff. They had a vote to see if they could block it, but it didn't. It didn't pass. It lost 5-4.
We lost 5-4. Yeah.
That's nuts.
So because I'm sure it was, and see that's the other thing. It's hard to. And I understand, you know, people, especially in the South, who are Bible huggers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's true. That are like abortion is murder and the lie and you know what I understand or I get the concept of what you're trying to say in protecting lives and all of that, but there isn't like if this was a Supreme Court of all women, even that would still be fucked up. But at least it'd be somebody who understands the situation that and hey, I could possibly be going through this myself or I went through it, so I understand the circumstances. That would be different. But I'm sure it was a bunch of men who were like, you can't do this with your body, and that's not right. We're telling you what to do. Like, how do you feel like that's okay for something that you don't have any control over?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it goes back to it's not about what they have control over. It's about the fact that they have control over something. So I'm starting to lose the control over the racism topic. So now I'm going to go to the sexist topic, and I'm going to control and do this over women's bodies. It's not
Right.
about being pro-life or pro-abortion or pro-life or
pro-choice.
pro-choice. Sorry, it's basically about these old men
Mm-hmm.
deciding where can I have the control and deciding, oh, we're gonna do it right fucking here. And let me tell you, there are so many states in line that want to follow suit with Texas, which is
Yeah.
so fucked up. So if Texas just passed this, imagine the other states literally copying word for word what Texas said and did
Yeah, so-
and just replacing it with their state.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna pass just the fucking same.
Yeah. One question is this Texas.
And that is a total mind fuck.
Yeah, one question: does Texas have the most restrictive abortion law in the nation? Other states, including Georgia, Mississippi, Kentucky, and Ohio, have also passed heartbeat laws that ban abortion once cardiac activity can be detected on an ultrasound scan.
But I guess that's essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Then you got 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and you're right. It is about the control because
It
they're
is.
losing the racism thing. All the laws that are protecting minorities. They're losing the fight with the LGBTQIA plus community in terms of like
Their rights
their
and
rights and
restrictions and all that
restrictions that
stuff.
they've placed on them in the
So
past.
now I'm grasping at
So,
straws
yeah.
to see what else I can take
So
control over.
now I can go back to the good old, the tried and true women. That's what men in this country have done since the beginning of this country.
And we
is-
know that shit as women. And let me tell you, especially now and the generation behind me, this shit is not going to fucking fly. I can
not.
tell you that
It's
shit
not.
right fucking now. The women that are in the world right now will fight to the death
Mm-hmm.
to have the next generation and generation after that not have to deal with this bullshit.
That's so stupid.
That is so fucked up. And I also do want to say that if there are any women that are
Voted.
not pro-choice, I don't fucking understand.
It's
That fucking baffles me.
It's hypocritical. The ones that are like, oh, we're this, we're like freedoms and da 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 da. You're taking away the freedoms.
But then they're
To-
like, oh, yeah, you can do this.
Yeah, see, it's so hypocritical.
But have this baby that, one, you probably can't afford, and two, you're not ready.
So
So we're just gonna have all these fucking kids running around
and see
up for adoption.
the problem. See, what they don't understand is that they're now creating the problems in which they're trying to fix,
Right now,
In
like
their
the homelessness and shit.
and people being on welfare and food stamps, things of that nature. So now, what if you have someone, God forbid, a young kid that was raped or incest, and they're pregnant, and they don't know their body.
I can't get an abortion.
Yeah, they don't know their body like that,
Mhm.
yet they're still young. So now they can't get an abortion. So now they have to have this child. This child whose parents may not want them in the house with the baby. So what are they going to do? They're going to be homeless. They're going to be on the street. They're going to have to get government assistance, which is what people in those areas don't want in the first place. So you just continue to create the problem which you're trying to get rid of. So the problem you're trying to
But-
get rid of, you created with.
But they're
something
also
else.
not trying to get rid of that problem because that's how you get control. You keep them impoverished,
Mhm.
and the less money they have, the less control they have. So now I have more control over you because you can't do shit because you ain't got the money to do anything.
Yep. That's
So
exactly
it's this
right.
fucking, it's this cycle within this cycle,
It's a vicious cycle.
and it's all about fucking control, and it's insane.
Yeah.
But I do want to mention that, okay, let's say I get pregnant. How did I get pregnant? Did I just magically
So when
become
the-
the Virgin
when-
Mary
when
and
the
just
mother
have
and the
a,
father love each
and just fucking
Shut up, Ray.
did I
Mother and father.
inseminate myself, sir?
Right. So
No, because that would be intentional pregnancy. And if you aborted a child after that, then we need to really talk because you're fucked up in the head.
Right.
But that's a whole different topic.
Right.
So where is the other responsibility in this?
Right.
So I'm the only one that gets punished? What if I have this dude breathing down my neck telling me I don't want a child? You can't keep this child. Go get an abortion, or else I'm going to kill you. What are my options here?
Right. Like
Which is very possible with all the abusive relationships that
Oh
are
yeah,
in the
of
world.
course.
Oh
Of
my
course
God.
there
We're
are.
not having a fucking kid. You go get a fucking abortion. Da, 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 da.
Right.
Okay,
Or
so it's either
that
my
person-
life or.
Mhm.
But now I'm having a kid.
Yeah.
So now either me and the child are gonna die because he's not having it,
Mhm.
or I'm gonna go get an abortion and try to save my own life. Like there's so many scenarios, but I mean the first scenario is I didn't inseminate myself.
Right.
So how am I the sole responsible person in this?
Well, see, the other issue is because unfortunately women don't have. They're not in the positions of power to affect change all the time, or like where they should be, so change can happen. Like if a woman in a position of power came out and said, "Hey, we're gonna have vasectomies for everybody," it's easily reversed. So until you're deemed ready or fit, you got a good job or whatever, you're not mentally unstable.
sterile.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have kids. And then when you get married or you're financially stable or anything like that nature, then you can go get it reversed.
How do you feel about
Now,
that,
This should be-
sir?
this should
How do
be-
you feel about that?
This should be an
that-
entry.
her house would be on fire as soon as she finished that sentence.
This should be
because men wouldn't have it.
an
Exa-
exit. If
so
you
how
have
do you feel about that, sir?
So
You
You
have an
don't.
exit exam to have a child. Like you need to be like fit. You got to be like mentally prepared. Because if you know, even if you, it's crazy. It's just
I don't
this
know.
is the
I
world we're
don't-
living in. It's
I
just
don't
like nuts.
think people
it's a
understand.
simulation we live in. But anyway.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't think people understand what it takes to raise a child. Yeah, you have to feed it and bathe it
Keep it alive.
and keep it alive. But it is so
It's not a
fucking
Tamagotchi
much
here.
more than that
It's-
because
Yeah.
you need to make sure you are raising a productive member of society.
And not some-
And
Not a
only
scumbag
that, but-
child.
well, not only that, but like a kind, compassionate, like responsible, like this is shit you can't just be like, here, read this book. Like
Right.
it doesn't work like that. And I see so many couples and so many people like, oh well, we're pregnant, let's have this baby. Like what?
We'll figure it out later once
We'll
it comes
figure
out after
later.
9 months.
We're not even going to be in the same area or the same house or the same whatever, but she can do it. So how is it the fact that two people can make a baby, but only one of these individuals is solely responsible for this child 24/7?
once it's
No,
here.
go fuck yourself. It takes two. I can understand the females that don't want the males in the life, or even the opposite. If the
Right.
male's going to take the child from the female because she's not fit, that's great too.
Right.
But the point of the matter is that if there are two people who are well able to care for a child, let me tell you, you want two people around. I raised Mia alone the first 7 years of her life. About 6 or 7 years of her life. Hardest shit I've ever fucking done. And let me tell you, if I didn't have the community of people that I had around me, I would have been so fucked. I would have been so screwed. I would have never finished college. I don't even know where I'd be. I have no idea where I would be. And I didn't have a choice on being a single parent.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, there was no option.
Yeah.
That was it. And I had somebody involved in my life for years that didn't do any of the stuff that you do. Didn't step up, didn't say anything. But I can guarantee you that if he would have been around when she was still in diapers, he would have been like, all right, well, how do I do this? He would have changed her diaper, no problem. I never had help with anybody with a partner like that. The only people I had help with were from other
families.
friends that I call
Yeah.
my family now.
Yeah.
And without them, I don't know what the fuck I would have done. So let me tell you, if there are two able people to care for a child, whether y'all have to split the time, whether y'all need to learn how to co-parent, whether y'all have to live in separate whatever, y'all both need to make sure that you are taking care of that child. And as much as I want to say equally, I know it's not going to be
It's
equally,
never
but
gonna
let
be
me
equal.
tell you, I have never been in a more equally helpful parenting relationship as we have. And that's insane. And I honestly wish that for everybody because it just doesn't make sense to have two able people not caring
Not
for that
care
one
for a
child.
Right.
Because
And
I didn't inseminate myself.
right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and for people that need to understand that y'all don't have to stay together for the kids either.
Definitely not.
Like,
Absolutely
if you're,
not.
If you're unhappy and you're staying together for the kids can see, they can sense, they know that
They
y'all
can
aren't
feel
happy.
it. They can hear it.
Yeah.
They can sense it. They
I said
can-
you can
all that shit.
split the
Yeah.
days. You have it for
Yeah.
3. You have it for 4. Switch it up.
Yeah. So
I mean, you don't have to be around just for the sake of the
No,
kid.
Yeah, like if
you know.
you can find time to be there in your child's life
Mhm.
and
With-
not be
with-
in the other
with the
person's
other
life.
yeah.
Besides, you got the stuff that I need for them this week. Okay, cool. All right, this is the date and time that you get them back or whatever. Like that kind of stuff. Other
That's-
than that, hello and goodbye.
That is as cordial as you can.
Well, the
get.
other thing is,
cool.
but did you know that a lot of times now, people will share, well, a lot of people don't anymore, but sharing their parenting journey and getting slashed because they have a good co-parenting relationship. And I'm sorry,
Right.
don't let anybody ever put you down for
Because
having
you-
a good co-parenting relationship.
And it's like
Because it's important to see that just because, especially for your kids, that something didn't work out, it doesn't, life doesn't always
Right.
work out.
It's
Yeah,
not-
the
Getting
world.
that
The world
certain-
doesn't need to know
Getting
it.
that certain degree, having that job for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
being with that person, like, it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to be unhappy. These are the
Right.
things that you need to teach kids. And
Right.
sometimes, unfortunately, the parents have to split up while the kids are young. And when they grow up, they'll see, like, wow, my parents split up. But
it's not the end of the world.
it's not
Yeah.
the end of the world. And they weren't, like, pitting me against the other one. Like, they
Right.
were both doing the best that they could
Mhm.
to make sure that I had everything that I needed instead of, like,
Them
going,
fighting. And
going
and
back
then-
and forth
Yeah.
with each
and
other.
then the kid gets all fucked up in the head himself. And
Exactly.
it's not pretty.
Exactly.
Because that'll repeat.
Yeah.
That child will see all this
Yeah,
stuff
you
happen
understand.
and be like,
Kids
oh, this is
absorb-
how a relationship is
Kids
supposed to
absorb
Oh my God,
every.
dear Lord, that was my worst
They
fear.
absorb everything.
be. Yeah.
It's even when you don't think so, they are.
When people say they're sponges, That shit is
Yeah,
no
it's
joke.
How many times?
how
you
many
seen
times have
kids
you heard-
say a bad word?
Have you,
Yeah.
a
Like, where'd
2-year-old
you-
say the F word, right?
Where did you learn that?
They
Shit, I said that.
they
Shit.
ambulance.
Fuck. Damn it. Damn it.
No.
Exactly.
You little parrot, be quiet.
We used to call Mia a pay it because she used to say parrot, pay it. We go, okay, you little pay it, because she used to
No,
repeat
your mother coined that.
everything.
That belongs to her. What are you doing now? Cause I got important shit to do. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
it's like on Friends when Rachel was babysitting Ben,
oh yeah.
and she was like, "Damn." He's like, "Damn." It's like, no, don't say that.
Yeah.
Damn,
Don't-
damn. Oh, come back
Don't say
here.
that.
Because it's funny to them, but they're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you don't learn something new.
Especially if you're babysitting, it's not your kid. You really
You
gotta
gotta-
watch
you
it.
really-
You
yeah.
gotta watch out.
So you sure your child didn't swear before they came here? Okay, so it
See
happened.
what
here.
happened.
What happened here?
He knows all the bad words.
I stubbed my toe. I started cussing like a sailor, and then they started saying it. So be careful when you go home.
Shit,
So-
that they got Patrick. You ain't watching?
That shit's so funny. See, I even said shit right now. So,
But back.
what do you think? How do you think that there, like, let's say you wanted to use an abortion ban. Okay, fine. I'm not asking you to create a timeline or decide, what past what mark. What I want to know is, do you think that there should be a stipulation in there that says that both people are responsible?
There should be.
Yeah.
Because it takes two to make a baby. Simple as that.
I think that if this is the strict law that they're going to continue to go with, then the person who got the woman pregnant has to be involved in whatever penalties or,
I think
or
it should be
something
50-50.
that
It should
happens.
be
Unless it was clearly rape and
Right.
incest. Like, that's
Yeah.
a whole
Right.
different
Now-
ballgame.
yeah, now-
I'm
That's a
talking
whole
about
different-
two responsible consenting adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be 50-50.
Yeah, it should be 50-50. Like that because like you said, she didn't get pregnant on her own unless it was an artificial insemination. But I mean, then that person would go to sperm bank and that be documented in their records, and so that's
And she
totally,
shouldn't be seeking out an abortion.
Right.
Unless there's massive complications
Exactly.
and, like, all that stuff. So,
exactly. So that's a different
right.
thing. But yeah, if a woman's like, I'm pregnant, and the person who got me pregnant doesn't want this child, or I'm with the person, I don't want this child, they don't want it either, or something like that, whatever happens needs to fall on both those people, because
Yeah, it should be.
Well, I will say this. I can go and get an abortion without even asking you.
yeah, that's
Right.
true.
True.
So, with that being said, let's say I was pregnant, or Ray, let's say your imaginary girlfriend over there was pregnant, and she came
we
to
gotta
you.
bring her. We gotta go.
Whoever them is,
We gotta go.
In the
them
back. In the back.
society in them.
So let's say she was pregnant, she came to you and said, I don't want this child. We can't have this child. I want abortion.
Whooping
And
your
for-
ass. No, I'm kidding.
No, and for all intents and purposes, regardless of what your stance is, I'm giving you your stance. You're like, no. One, would you actually tell her no? And not tell her no, but suggest maybe that's not something you want. And two, if it wasn't something you wanted and she did it anyways, how the hell would you prove that you weren't involved in this if the law was made 50-50? Same question for both y'all, I guess, is what I'm saying. Do you see why there
Yeah,
shouldn't be laws about this?
Yeah.
Whether it's 50-50, whether it's one person, none of this shit makes sense.
Yeah, because even if you try to get evidence or document, like, okay, I want to document every video.
When was the last
Yeah.
time a man took a woman to court for aborting a baby?
Not never.
Yeah, that's
Come on, man.
that has to be.
We didn't
few
have
and far
problems until
between.
you started making laws about our fucking bodies and all this bullshit.
Whatever goes on in a woman's body is completely up to her. Bottom line for me.
Do you really think that?
I-
So if
I
she
really
came
do
to you and
think-
was like, no, you'd be like,
Well,
you wouldn't
no,
I know you would not be okay
no,
with
I would
it,
not
but-
be okay. But I want to talk about it and get her, like, why?
right.
Why she doesn't
Why?
want to keep
Why
it?
she don't? Yeah. Why she doesn't keep it, or like you don't think it's gonna work between us two, and da 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 da. and I would think long and hard. Yeah, but in the end, yes, I'd be upset. I'd be devastated. But like, if this is what you really want to do, I will support that. As much as it will hurt me, it
I was
is
gonna
really
say, well,
Like
other-
if she had valid reasons, like
Yeah.
I have my career and this and that and da da da, and like health reasons or whatever
You know,
it was.
but, you know, I-
would,
but
you
I
would
would-
100%, you would let it be known how you felt,
yeah.
but you would
But I
100%
would
support
counteract
that.
it, whatever she comes up with. I'll try to counteract like, yo, you have a career, we can make it work. I would, I would like alternatives.
Right.
But in the end, where if she feels 100% where no, it's not gonna happen, then I'm like, all right, fine. It's not me like giving up. It's just like, what am I gonna do? I can't force her to have this baby because it's fucked up. I'm not an asshole.
Well, and if you did, like, you would know, like,
Yeah, I wouldn't
she
know.
could end up
She-
going through postpartum depression and resenting the child.
or
like,
the
Yeah.
kid could be stressed out and
There's-
fucked up. I could be fucked up.
right.
I don't want 3 fucked up people.
sometimes people aren't doing this because they want to be like, oh, I don't give a fuck, and da 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 da. I'm not, I'm just gonna have abortion because I don't want a kid. Well, some people are doing this because it's terrifying and they know what they don't want. They know
Right.
it's not time. They know they cannot raise a child. They know these things. And I'm sorry, but sometimes accidents happen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
And there is no protection that is 100%.
True.
That's also
Name
true.
You can't because
Yeah.
it doesn't exist. Nothing is absolutely 100% active. Damn it, Bella.
It's like, what's those bang
What about
around?
you? Are you the same as Ray or as Rayan?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of all of the discussion, it's still up to her what she decides to do. So all you can do is say how you feel about it and go from there. But it's up to her. So you have to kind of support not support, but you have to find a way to be okay with whatever her decision is because it's her decision.
Mhm.
Now, what if she were to keep a kid you didn't want?
Again, that's now.
See, that one's rough.
Now,
To me, that one's really
I
rough.
still I understand, like, okay, that's a decision. You want the child, so it's in your body. You can have the child, but then it becomes, well,
I won't be a part of it.
yeah. What if I like?
You about to pay up. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying this is what's about to
Well,
happen.
I was like, well, you know,
That's a Dave Chappelle thing. That was
That's-
like,
that-
you can
that's-
you can have the child, but then do I have to be a part of the life
yeah,
of the child if I've made it clear that I didn't want the child to begin with?
yeah.
And so
Well, I
That's
can't
a
get an
little-
abortion, so now we're both screwed.
yeah, that's a
Mhm.
little more tricky.
Yeah, that's way tricky.
If-
That's super tricky.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying because it's like, well, maybe I do want a child, but I don't want a child with somebody that doesn't want a child.
Right.
So now I'm going to have this child because y'all are forcing me to have this child and I'm fucked and have to raise this kid on my own because you don't want it?
Yeah,
That's insane.
that's
Yeah, because people
tough.
people
Ray's
change
like-
change their mind all the fucking time. They're just like, you know,
I mean,
it's
it
that's hard.
it could
dude.
end
That's
up being
hard.
one of those things where if she's like, I want to keep the baby, and the guy doesn't, or a partner doesn't want the child, and then the child is here, and then things. I mean, sometimes it happens. Things change, and you're like, oh, I didn't think I wanted a child, but now I do. But it could also be like, I still don't want that motherfucker. So now what?
Exactly.
So now this motherfucker's crying, and it's here, and I don't want it.
Now what? What do we do? Nothing?
So now I either have to be a part of this child's life that I didn't want, and I still don't want, or I have to give up monetary support for the child. You got to figure out what you want. Is the money? If you're not making a bunch of money, you're not paying a bunch of money for child support.
No.
So I mean,
Giving her $100 a week.
yeah, like if you broke, you're not giving her $4,000 a month for child support. That's not how it works.
No.
So I mean, maybe it's worth it for somebody to be like, I don't want this child. You want him? You do it. I'll send you money every month here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I do not
that's-
know.
That's
It's just none of this should be examples of what the circumstances should be on whether or not you can get an abortion.
It
That's
should-
the problem.
It should be It should be between the two people, but never like law and politics should not be into that. shit.
Exactly.
You know what the
Yeah.
funny thing to me about all this is that because Republicans, the right wing, whatever the fuck you want to call these people, I don't care.
Right wingers
Are all about
assholes. No, sorry.
about government not being a big, like they're against big government, which is government handouts and government telling you what to do and what to say and where to be and all that stuff. They're all about I don't want to wear a mask and I don't want to get vaccinated, and which is fine. Like I have.
But
no
wait
prob-
a minute.
I have
But
no
wait a
problem with
minute.
But-
But wait a minute.
But now when it comes to a woman's body, now we big government. We Reggie Jackson from the Clippers. We big government.
See?
You can't have it
like,
both
you
ways,
can't-
asshole.
You can't how do you decide? So I understand the whole liberal and conservative, but not everybody is one thing. Not
Yeah.
everybody is all liberal. Not everybody's conservative.
You like little from each side.
and we can see from the laws that these old men are making that they're not always conservative. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit they're
the
liberal.
power hungry assholes.
You know what I'm saying? You want your guns? Liberal. Get hooked on prescription drugs? Liberal. We don't care. Prostitution? Liberal. Oh, but you're pregnant? Conservative. Like, it's just,
Wait a minute.
you know what I'm saying? How you feel about gay marriage? Fuck them. Like, hey, whoa. You can't.
Conservative, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
Conservative. That's just downright crazy. Like, you just can't
You
say
can't-
that you all the way over here and then go, but this shit, I feel like this. It's like, so you have to find that balance. And so you either got to stay out of my business, government, period, since that's your stance for your party, or
Go fuck yourself.
or you got to be like, I need help in my life with the government and in this thing and these things, and so we're gonna lean that way. Like we got to figure out what you're doing. In Texas, everything's bigger in Texas. Apparently, the mistakes enormous.
Now, I do have another question. What if,
I might have an answer for you.
let's say,
We'll say it then. Okay.
Let's say.
let's say
What's she gonna say, right?
I'm on birth control. You pretty much know that. But I've decided I'm not going to take the pill because
Why not?
I want a baby.
Okay.
Oh.
But I know full and well you do not want a baby. What do you do?
Oh, that's foul.
See?
You either wear a condom or, pull out.
Yeah,
the-
but I'm not telling you I stopped taking my pill.
Oh, then
It's like-
that's
it's
fu-
like-
damn.
That's
That's the real
Damn,
issue.
that's
Shouldn't that
the-
be
it is.
entrapment?
Like-
pull out gate got to be strong.
Oh my God, dear Lord.
Got her on the birth control. She not on no birth control.
Oh my God.
Yo, have y'all heard Remote Control by Kanye and Young Thug? Shit fire.
Yes, fire.
See how I remixed it for you though. She ain't on no birth control.
Pull out now.
Oh man,
Maybe when
that's
she says,
rough.
I'm on Burkers, don't believe her.
Okay,
Sorry.
but
Well,
it's-
see,
let
See,
me
that's even-
let me
yeah, there
get
it
let
is.
me
There
get
it is.
personal real quick.
Oh my
So
God.
Here we go.
I've always been on the pill since as long as I can remember. Okay, well, when I was 23, but right before I got pregnant with Mia, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to take antibiotics. What?
Sorry.
Why she got to say? I didn't know.
Where can we sing it all?
That
Here
you
to tell you.
that taking antibiotics while you're on the birth control made you
Makes
more
the birth control
fertile.
not work.
Yes,
basically?
it makes
Oh,
it not work.
shit.
Blah blah blah. Baby Mia,
Yeah, no one.
baby Mia,
No one tells you that.
baby Mia.
The funny thing is, that's what.
I didn't even know until I was like
Bam, got a baby.
12 weeks, anyways.
That's what Lois said to Meg. They were on summer break on Family Guy, and she was like, "Did you know antibiotics makes birth control not work?" She's like, "Cause nobody told me."
That should be.
Oh.
The,
Well, I mean,
I
see,
have a baby and I'm indifferent.
I was like, damn, is that real?
it is real.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Hi,
That's
Mia.
what-
No, I know it's real, but at
That's what
that
it is.
time, that was like 1999.
Oh.
That's it.
so-
That's- I have a baby and I'm indifferent.
Ray, you don't put this dexterity thing on. It's
And-
like brass knuckles.
And I wasn't sure, but he was like, "No, it's fine. Let's have a baby." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Plus, I was past. I was over 12 weeks, so nobody was giving me an abortion.
Point of no return.
Basically,
Yeah.
like that. Like
What-
even my soul was like,
Because it's 8 weeks, right?
"Yeah, it's about 8 weeks.
That's
It's first trimester, which is technically 12 weeks, but
but
that's
yeah.
pushing it.
yeah.
But 6 weeks when you're just finding out, bro,
Right.
Bruh.
bro."
Bruh.
Give me like literally, bro. You old white people, bro. Give me a little time. Like even if I had more time and decided
2
I
weeks
was
ain't
gonna
enough?
have a
No.
child, like most of the time people don't even know it's 6 weeks. It's like
No, no.
8 weeks.
Yeah.
So they either misappeared or were like, "Ugh, oh shit.
I was
Who's
not sick
pregnant?
at all. I
But-
didn't even know.
But even that, because sometimes, like, you could still have a period or be spotting. And,
Yep.
And you just don't you don't, oh, maybe I'm stressed or maybe, you
Maybe I
know,
caught a bug.
I ate something or I'm
There's a
sick.
bug in
or like,
mine.
yeah, like
There's a
something,
bug in
something
mine.
can,
Ooh.
something can happen that can cause your period to do
Weird shit.
flips.
Weird shit. Anything.
Yeah, so
you
yeah.
start working out crazy and you
It'll
never really
shorten
worked
it.
out before, it'll get smaller, you'll spot, you'll
Yeah.
skip one. Like,
Mhm.
it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, so it's like you're anything you do, any changes to your body out from the outside
Hormones.
can change what's happening on the inside.
Yep.
So, you
So
know,
why do you get to tell me what I get to do when I don't even know what my body does half the goddamn time?
And you sure as hell don't know what the
You
body
sure
does.
knows.
And if
sure
you
knows
don't
what's going on
know-
in a female's body.
Huh?
Old white man. You don't know what's
God
going on.
damn it.
And everybody out there, like, I don't care what race you are, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate anybody, I love you. But what is wrong with all white men? Them damn insurgents done came in here
It took all the
just-
cereal.
and just did everything. Like,
Trying to take the rights away from everybody.
I just don't understand. They came here and was like, liberty, justice for all. Not you, you, and you. Huh? Wait, huh?
But wait a minute.
When
All,
they said
it
liberty
should
and
say
justice,
all
liberty
white
for
men
all.
would created
Yeah.
equally.
They didn't see the parentheses. All white man.
Yeah.
Under the
Exactly.
When they said, yeah, all men are created equal, they weren't talking about this man,
Oh,
this
yeah.
man, or this woman.
Basically,
Just us white.
I don't know if you can see it,
Jesus
but
Christ.
there's like one of those little arrows, and then somebody squiggly lined it and wrote white,
Yeah.
but you can't see it
That's
because
why
it's
you-
an invisible
That's why
ink.
you gotta
Oh.
But if
be.
you take a UV light, it's in there.
Oh, squiggly line.
Or
And my
you,
eye
or
fluid.
you know, you gotta be Cat Williams giving this magnifier. You need this to read.
Yeah, you might need
Yes,
these.
yes. If you're pregnant, you are
Oh,
screwed,
et
etc.,
cetera,
etc.,
et
etc. If you sign your life, I mean your name
all
on this
all
line.
men, all white men were created equal,
Yeah,
etc.,
there.
etc., etc.
You ever see the old Dave Chappelle one? He was like, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. Give me a sandwich, nigga, I'll kill you. Liberty, justice for all.
I remember that one.
I'll show you that.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah,
That's kind of, it's just like, I want y'all to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate anybody, so, but I need y'all to be better and do better, you know, for the sake of the country, because y'all wildin', man.
I have a personal
Man.
question. I have a personal question.
Uh-oh.
This one's gonna be fun.
Oh, my
Uh-oh.
God.
Here we go.
Have y'all-
It's not going to be fun for us.
It's
It's
not-
gonna be. It's not
it's
gonna be fun
it's
for
not
you.
gonna be fun for
Have
us.
y'all ever had a pregnancy scare?
Yes.
Because neither one of y'all have children that we know of.
Yes.
You have. How
I've-
old were you? And what was your reaction? Did you
I
freak
had.
out?
I've had 3 of them.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh, man.
How old were you?
First one, I was, if I could,
16,
close.
17.
No,
14.
no, hell no.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, he said he lost his virginity when he was
Yeah,
like
I did.
12.
I did. No, 19.
You
Oh,
young-
okay.
you young freak.
Did you freak out?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Because his parents would have killed him.
Yeah, there was. She told me like, I was late on my period, and I was like, "Are you throwing?" I asked the first time, "Are you throwing up?" She's like, "No."
It
But
doesn't
I-
work like
I
that, y'all.
I don't know. This is it. I
Yeah, 'cause
don't
you
know.
may not experience
I'm
those
not experiencing it
symptoms
all, so
at
I
all,
don't know.
so-
And I was like, "No, I just saw." And then a week or two passed by. Oh, I got my period. I was like, "Oh, thank God."
All casual, like, oops, I forgot to tell you, but
I got my period. And then the other one was
was there ever a scare you were like, aw?
yeah,
Oh,
when I
like-
went.
Like,
oh, I
oh, you
would've
were
had
ready,
it.
like, you
Yeah,
were
like
thinking about
oh,
it, like,
like
you were ready?
I know it was way before Michelle, so it was 24. Like I thought I was ready
Yeah.
because I thought
I
I
was not ready because I was 23 and I was not
No,
ready,
I was
sir.
20. I was 24, and then I was really into this girl. I really liked it. Really good time. But then and she thought
I don't know if good time equals have children, but that's fine.
But no, we were good together. The chemistry. It was
Oh,
great.
gotcha.
that
Okay,
kinda.
okay, okay, okay.
So
Times
and
are
then
great around
and
here.
she said that she I missed a period. I was like, "Can you be pregnant?" And
You miss a period in a sentence? Oh, run on sentence, that's fine. Professor,
no, I was like, no, I was like,
professor
you
will
were
fix
straight.
it.
But see,
No?
but then
Is that what you did?
I offered.
We'll just dodge the
No,
point,
and then I
it's
offered.
fine.
I was like, hey, let's go to the let's go
Punctuation was never your
let's
best
go to
suit.
let's go to Rite Aid and get a pregnancy test. I said that to her. So to me, I felt like, oh shit, am I ready?
I'm taking control
I'm
of the
taking
situation.
it.
Am I
I'm taking
taking
control of
I'm
the
taking
control of the
responsibility.
Adult steps here.
Yeah, I'm taking.
I can pay for this test.
Yeah.
You're going to take this test.
I'm gonna go see my doctor. Well,
and we're
that's
going to
cool,
hold
but in the
hands and wait for
meantime,
these results.
Yeah. So
After you wash them, of course.
and then and,
Sorry.
and then she took the test, and then it said, and we bought 2 pregnancy tests just because I don't believe the first one ever. So it said negative. I'm like, you know what? Take the test. So we took it. It said negative, and then I was like, okay. And then she got a period.
Like,
yeah, I was
Literally,
like,
probably like 2 days later.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
the worst
oh,
fucking thing
God.
ever.
And I was like,
That's-
okay, cool. But I was like,
That is not what he said, but that's fine.
I was like, oh.
Aw.
yeah, I had that happen before. I think I might have been around. Let me see.
Same age, 24.
I was
How old was you?
I think I was like 21 or 22,
Ooh.
but I had been with
You've been with.
I had been
yeah.
with her for like 2 years already, and she was already talking about we get married.
Oh,
And I
shit.
can't wait to have your last name. And
See, that scares most
So I
guys
just
if
was
you talk
like-
about, I'm out.
that didn't scare me.
At this
I
point, he
That
was
scared
like,
me.
all right,
I
well.
just was like,
That scared
I was
me at
like,
19.
Well, she had been talking like this like since we first got together. So
Oh.
so now where it's like 2 years later, I was like, well, I mean, I guess it's bound to happen. So if it happens, it happens. Like I'm not tripping off
Yeah,
or
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
And then
He's looking at her.
oh yeah, no, I got my it was like maybe
just
like
looking
3
at
or 4
her?
days later. Oh yeah, I got my period.
See, that's the fucking worst.
You just-
It's
And I was
a
like-
week
yo, you
late,
just looking at her
and then like
like-
2 days later, after you spent all this fucking money on a test and shit, and it says negative, you're like, okay, cool, but I still need to get my period. It's like 2 days later.
It's like on
like
the-
I couldn't have
Yeah,
fucking
like-
waited 2 days,
It's
asshole.
It's like on the test. You're like I'm peeing blood. Oh
yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're
what?
like-
It's
yeah.
the worst.
You look at her. So what happens now?
It's like
Okay,
getting
so-
engaged. She said no, or trying
Okay,
to.
so pink means not pregnant. Blue means pregnant. What does red mean? I got my period. Oh, come on, man.
You don't put that in the box. She bled all over this damn stick. Yeah, she got a period. God damn it.
It's like a tip of a damn match in here. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
She comes out yelling, "Baby, it's red!"
You're like,
Oh, no, what does that
red
mean?
mean?
What does
What
red
does it
mean?
we
I
have-
got my period.
We
Okay.
having a whole trove of babies. Lord mercy, it's red. The colors mixed.
It's a primary color.
Purple. What?
Solid colors.
It's
Looks like a team.
like a tea.
it's Thanos.
Pink or blue? Pink or blue?
It's Thanos. It has a deviant gene, but you're eternal.
We got the gauntlet. Got all the Infinity Stones.
Okay, last question.
This F-150.
I don't think either of you have. Anybody experienced a miscarriage where you thought you were gonna have a child?
No.
once.
Ooh,
Yeah, because
that's brutal.
because we took
Yeah,
we
that's
took
gotta be
like
tough.
4 tests, and it kept saying positive every time. So I'm like, this is it. It's gonna happen. And probably I don't know how many because I don't know how
It
We're probably-
doesn't. There's no
yeah,
I don't know how-
timeline.
yeah,
There's
I don't know how
there's
time
no
works.
timeline. Your body
or
just
like,
decides we're not doing
like
this.
3, 4, 5 months or something like that. Something happened where I think she got sick, and then the baby was. I was like,
Oh man.
I was like, that hurt. And it devastated her and it hurt me because I was like, oh
Oh,
man.
of course.
And
It's a mind fuck.
I'm sure
It
because
is.
now you're like, well, am I ever going to be able to have kids? Is this going to keep happening?
Oh,
Like,
it was
gotta be
the one
crazy
that
for
I'm
a
still
woman.
friends with her. So she is married with kids. So it was just that
Okay.
one. It was that
It
free.
was you. Okay.
it was me.
Demon child. Not
I-
today. Okay.
I did
Professor
have
confirmed.
I had a miscarriage before Mia,
Oh, I didn't know that.
but I had only known I was pregnant like a couple weeks. I hadn't even gone to the doctor yet. It is the worst fucking pain I have ever felt in my entire life.
Really?
It is so fucking painful. It was more brutal than having a child. I'm not even
Wow,
joking.
It was
I know.
more
They-
painful than labor?
Yes. Well, I had an epidural for labor, but I didn't. You don't get it right out the
Right,
back. Like
yeah.
I didn't get my epidural until the very last second
I know.
wow.
I know.
because I wasn't even sure I was gonna get it. I was like, I'm fine. Like
Yeah.
everything was calm and peaceful, and nobody was freaking out, and all the
I'm-
drama that had happened before, we were already kind of past it and all that stuff. So everything was okay, and I didn't think I was gonna. Have
I've
an
known a
epidural
few
or
And
women
then
anything.
the
in my
body
life
was
to
like,
have
go
a-
time. You're like,
And I was
"Oh,
like, I'm too fucking tired.
give me drugs.
Yes, I was like,
I've
I'm
known
so
a few
tired.
women that had miscarriage, and you guys know a girl that I know. She actually had an abortion. Damn, that was a crazy day. It was. She told me all about it, and then I was the one that took her to
It's nuts.
plant, and then she came out crying, and I felt so shitty that I took her. But she made the decision though. I
But
didn't-
the thing
you know.
is
But that was somebody you knew. That
They-
wasn't like your.
you
No,
didn't
but-
get her
Yeah.
pregnant.
No, I didn't
Right,
get her
right,
pregnant. No,
right.
but
So-
the
Just to
guy,
clear it up
the
for
guy, yeah,
people.
Yeah.
the guy that did, she had his gut. It was a mistake, the whole thing. And when she found out she was just like, I don't want this baby.
I
She-
mean,
she, you
and
know, she-
and when you go in there, it's not just like
Oh, she
you
went
don't-
on. I didn't go in. I just 'cause,
No, I know, but I'm gonna tell you, you don't go in there and you're not like, I'm getting rid of this baby. Like they go in there, they give you pamphlets, they explain it to you, they
Right.
sit down with you, they counsel you.
yeah. Before you,
And they ask you why, they ask you with
Uh-huh.
who, they ask you if it's abusive, they ask you all these questions. And then they ask you if you want to have an ultrasound before,
That's fucking crazy.
which is nuts because
That's crazy.
It's
Because
usually
they-
the
are they
heart-
Because
thinking
it's like-
that if you hear the heartbeat,
The heartbeat
or
is gonna
something
change
that-
your mind.
sometimes
Yeah,
it
it'll
changes
click, yeah.
people's minds.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does. And I don't think they do it to change people's minds. I think they do it so
give
they
you
know,
a chance to.
they know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
They do it no matter what,
Yeah.
but they can do it with or without the sound and like all that stuff. So it's nuts.
Because the minute, like, if I was in the room and I saw that, I'd be like, keep it. You know, just like, it's fucking real. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's, like I
Sometimes
said,
that makes you want to do it twice as bad
yeah.
because the realness of the situation.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like,
like,
if I don't do
shit
something
got
soon,
real
like this
and-
thing is gonna be, like I have to get.
Before I was
yeah.
pregnant with Mia, I was not ready. When I got pregnant with Mia, I was still not ready. But I knew I was ready when my first concern was I don't want to get fat. I called my mom crying.
I'm not worried about birth
No,
or raising
I-
a child.
No.
I'm worried about this gut.
I'm not trying. I'm trying to lose, how I lose these pounds once this baby come.
Yeah.
and that's how
And-
I
and
kind
these
of knew.
pounds
like,
need to
it
go to the
wasn't-
right
I mean, I
parts
was
of my
terrified,
body.
Right, but you was
But
like,
I was
you
not.
weren't
As
feeling
soon
like you
as I
couldn't
was
do it.
like, you bitch. Like, you can't,
You're
like, you
so
gotta.
vain.
Yeah, so basically. So, but yeah, it's brutal. So it's not.
I learned a lot about y'all today.
I know.
So for
well-
those of y'all
well-
who think it's just like I'm gonna go kill a fetus, that's not how it
No,
works.
not how it
You
works.
get counseled. You go through all these steps. Like you don't just make an appointment, go in and get an abortion. Like
No,
even
it
if
doesn't
you
happen
do
that
it
way.
the same day, you still have to go in and fill out
Well,
paperwork and talk to
thi-
somebody and go
this is
through
the
all
fir-
this shit.
This is the first time I ever shared
That story?
That
openly
story.
with you guys.
Yeah.
Though my, you know, so it's not every day like let's like, hey, you know, no. So for me to even talk about it, it's you know,
Well,
especially publicly.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
this was an important topic.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, he didn't have to share.
Yeah, I
he
didn't
knows
have-
that too.
Right.
So.
I decided, you know, I want to be when we decided to do this, but I want to be as open as possible. So
Right.
if it helps somebody out there, or like you want somebody to talk to, so we're here for. So
Well,
You
if
know what I
you
mean?
if you do that in Texas, guess who's going to jail tonight?
You bitch.
You bitch.
And God will not post your bail.
Nope.
I will. I will set up a GoFundMe for you.
I want to say, don't do
Just
that.
hit me up.
because you're gonna get an email. So I'm in jail.
See,
so
I
he said-
don't have the money, but I will set up a GoFundMe for you. I will find your family and friends to see if they want to help you out. Shit like that. So, I'm just saying. But that's coming from somebody who's been through the gamut of all of it.
That's God looking at you.
I've been through all three phases.
That's
so.
God looking at you like, you're not certified.
You know what? Actually, I am, sir. So
No, I'm talking about this God looking at everybody else. You're not certified. What's with them?
No. You're not.
No. Not certified, Dad.
all right. That was. I
That
mean,
was-
it was a good conversation. It was heavy, but it wasn't
I-
depressing.
It wasn't-
Well, I
Yeah.
mentioned that before. I said it's
getting kind of heavy.
But then it sounds like sometimes he says hectic or she said. But anyway, regardless of that fact, it's been a song-filled episode,
Indeed.
but with properly placed.
All right, listen. Love
All right.
yourself. Believe in yourself.
Move out of Texas because
Trust
wild.
yourself. Everybody get the fuck out of Texas. There's other places that are just as cheap as Texas. Go there.
Guess who's going down?
It's not that
Guess who's
simple though,
going
because sometimes you're
I-
deeply
I
rooted
got
in where you're
down? I
at.
know.
In a place
like
like
people who
Midgard
live in-
called Texas.
We're
it's like-
just gonna keep fighting. So fuck them.
It's like people that live in Baker. It's like, why do you live there? Because
Oh,
that's
right,
where you
you're
were.
right.
That's where you were born, and you just don't like. There's nothing there for you.
I love the travel talks we had.
The only thing good about Baker is that you close to Vegas. Just go to Vegas.
Yeah, I call this Dez and Troy. Together
Okay,
it's
we're
Troy.
done.
I know that we tangent.
Tangent.
But
Squirrel.
So it's like it says. So Texas, get your shit together because it's wild over there.
Us women, we're gonna fucking fight this shit. Hell no,
Yes,
this is not
yes,
gonna fly.
women, you have
Women
to
unite.
come out in droves.
And whoop that ass.
All right, AJ Styles.
I'm about to whoop that ass.
I fuck with that too.
Yeah,
But-
there you go. There
but
you go.
You got to come out in droves and you got to fight this thing and let these old white men. Sorry, old white men. I know some of y'all. I love y'all, but
Yeah.
you gotta be held accountable for your brethren. That they gotta get their shit together. You can't let this happen. So do whatever you can. Protest. Write your congressperson. Just do whatever you can to get this thing reversed or at least
Abolished,
blocked
killed,
until
all that.
there's more
Off
time for
federal law that
litigation.
says you can't do this.
Yeah, so please do that for yourselves and for the future generation who should grow up with the choice to do what they want to do with their own bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else?
Nope, that was it.
All right, so with that being said, we are going to sign off on episode 60 in the Mix G of the
60.
Me and Them podcast. Once again, my name is Savoy,
I am Rain.
And I'm Taryn.
and we will see y'all next week.
Cheer.
Peace.
Hit row.
No.
Knock
it off.
If you didn't know, now you know.
Oh my god. Okay, we're done.
Need Taryn to drink more so she becomes T-Bag.